The question is, why do we use present perfect tense? What's the necessity of this? What's the importance of it? Well, there are few ways how we use present perfect, and I'm going to tell you why we use it. Number one, when the finished action is in the past, but the result is in the present. I've already said that in the definition. Number two, we speak about recently completed action, an action that has happened in the past, but you don't know what time or you are not sure about the specific time. If you look at the word recently, it implies that it's very close to present time, but you can't tell for sure. Is it yesterday? Is it last month? Is it last year? Or is it 5 minutes ago? You see? So the idea of the time is not absolutely clear to you when the action has happened or taken place, but it has happened maybe some very close time before now. Okay, that is why we say recently, and we use present perfect tense for that. Number three, we use present perfect tense for duration of time. That means the time starts at a point and then time finishes at a point. See, maybe 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, it's duration. And if you want to count, if you want to measure the time here, your answer will be 2 hours, you see. So this is actually a period or duration of time. We use present perfect tense with duration of time, but we refer to events which hasn't finished even today. Some of the actions may have started in the past, but it did not finish even today as we are talking about it. For example, we have been studying English, or we have studied English. The point is, your English course is still going on. You started it on 5th of July and still you are studying the same course, not finishing. Or such thing, you use present perfect. You can say, I have studied English for 2 weeks, and that's a duration. But your English did not, your course did not finish, still on. So we use present perfect tense for expression. Then we have repeated actions in the past, but at different times, not the same time every day or every week or every month. It's a different time we are talking about, but the action was repeating. For example, I have seen Ali several days. I have seen Ali many days. So here the word several and the many does not give you the idea that you have seen him on a regular basis. Okay? But it means that you have seen the person on different time dates or events, but it was repeated. You saw him more than once. When we have a repeated action in the past that has repeated on different moments or at different times, you use present perfect tense. Next, you have refers to changes that happened over time. Our life changes. Just imagine 3 months before today, we used to be in the university and we used to be together studying in a classroom. But today, look at the change because of the time and because of certain things. We are studying online. So there is a change that happened to us, and it happens to everybody, to everything over a course of time. As time passes, we change, things change. So when you talk about those kind of changes, you use present perfect tense to speak about it. Next, the last one is express accomplishments. Accomplishments means your achievements, what you have attained in life, what you have achieved in life, or what people have achieved in life. That is so important that everything else looks very, very less important. So when you talk about your achievements or your accomplishments, we use present perfect tense. So number one, finished in the past, but the result is in the present. Number two, an action which has happened very, very recently. And number three is we speak about an unfinished action with the duration. And number four, we use it with repeated actions in the past that happened at different times. Number five, we use it with life experience. Life experience is, for example, have you eaten sushi? So I'm asking you if you have had the experience of eating sushi. So when we talk about experiences, we use this. Number six, we refer to changes that happened over a time. And number seven, I think number eight is accomplishments, when we talk about our accomplishments. I will discuss this in detail one by one with examples, and then I'm sure you'll be clear furthermore. Number one, an action finished in the past, but the result is right now. Now, if you look at the example here, she has lost her purse. If you read the sentence carefully, it uses has and then third form of the verb. Okay, it uses has and third form of the verb. So present perfect uses has and then third form of the verb. Okay, but it means she has done the action of losing her purse in the past. But when is the time that she realized it? When is the time that she is not able to see her purse? That's now, right now. Okay, so the result is right now, but the action is in the past. She has lost it before now, but now that she's looking for it, she can't find it. So the result of this action is felt now. That's why we are using present perfect tense. Lost it, she lost her purse, has lost it. So I hope this much is clear. Please let me know if it isn't, then I will be perfect. Number two, an action finished recently. I told you that there are some time expressions like these which do not give you any idea about what time. For example, 9 o'clock is a specific time, right? Or you know it's a clock time, so you know it's a specific time. But if you say recently, if you say, for example, just, if you say never, can you tell me what time they are, what exactly the time they are, the exact time? I'm not sure anybody knows. I don't think you also can tell. So just like that, when we use vague time which is not clear, a word that is not giving you the sense of exact time, like the word recently, or like the word just, or like the word never, we use present perfect tense. The action is finished. Okay, I have just finished my project. When did you finish your project? You have finished it before now, but how far from now? Is it yesterday, day before yesterday, a month ago, a year ago? That is not clear. The word just means very close to now. Okay, recently, lately, something like that. Next, we have an action. An action for duration or period since start hasn't finished even today. So the action started in the past but did not finish today, as we are speaking about. So look at this example. I have lived in Oman for 5 years. I'm talking about myself now. So if you see I have lived here, the action began in the past, okay? And I'm trying to show you the period of time or the duration of time, okay, in years. So how many years? 5 years. So this is the duration of time. The period now is 5 years, but I'm still in Oman. The action of living in Oman did not finish. It started in the past, but the action of living in Oman did not finish even today. So the period I have spent is 5 years. When we talk about this kind of events or actions, we use present perfect tense, and you can see I have lived in Oman for 5 years. I have studied English for 2 weeks, something like this. Next, we have an action that repeated in the past at different times. Repeated at different times, okay? Now, I hope you remember from the present simple tense, we use repeated actions to express in present simple tense. But in present perfect tense, we use repeated actions that happen at different time, not regularly, not at the same time, same week, same day, or same month. Okay, they are different times. So when we have a repeated action happening at different times in the past, we use present perfect tense, and you can see I have an example for you. I have seen Rashid several times. The word several tells you how many times you have seen him. It's the number, but you can't be sure. Is it 10 times? Is it 5 times? Is it 100 times? That is not. So we don't use a specific number to express that. We use the adverbs for that. So you have what we call several times, many times, right? So many times, something like that. Next, we have an action which is a life experience, and here you can see life experience means what you have done in your life, which is different, which is something that you felt different. So when you talk about life experiences, you generally you have to obviously use present perfect tense to ask about that. See, have you ever eaten sushi? I'm sure sushi is a kind of food that you need to try. I don't know if you have tried it, but if you haven't, again, it's a question I'm asking you, and your answer will be yes, I have, or I haven't. So whatever is the answer, still ask about life experiences in present perfect tense, and the answer will be yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Okay, I hope that is clear to you. Remember, when we ask about life experiences, we use present perfect tense. Remember, it is always written in interrogative. When you have ever, the word ever, you don't write it in positive sentence, okay? You don't write it in negative sentences. Also, no, you write it only in questions. Always write it in question, word ever. We'll discuss that in detail in following slide. Next refers to the changes that happened over time. So we use present perfect tense for speaking about changes that has happened over a duration or over some time. So if you look here, I have an example. I have become more interested in medical issues. So it did not happen on a certain day or a particular day. It happened after spending some time. You see, for the last 3 months, we are at home, and there is a reason why we are at home, right? So now I'm more interested to learn about it, learn about the reason why we are at home, the medical issue. But before this, I was more interested in something else. So when we talk about changes that happened over time, we use present perfect tense. Okay? I have become more interested in medical issues, or I have started to ride a bike. I have started to watch TV. So all these actually give you the idea that something has happened which is different, not the same anymore. Last one, we express accomplishments. I told you that accomplishments are your achievements, are things that you have gained, something that you have got from doing so. So that is your achievement. But look at here, I have an example for you. Man has walked on moon. Uh, I'm sure this is something everybody can't do. It's something that is difficult to do, and I haven't done it, and I don't think you have done it either. So it's mankind. We are saying that mankind have actually walked on moon. It's an achievement, it's an accomplishment. Animal did not walk on moon, or a thing did not walk on moon. You understand? So it's an achievement. When we talk about achievements or accomplishments, we use present perfect tense.